When I was in elementary school, teachers promoted reading, but at the time I never really liked it because I felt as though we were being forced to read. They encouraged us to read by giving us prizes if we read a certain number of books. We would also take tests that determined our reading level, and we would be able to check out books at our school library. Going to the school library in third grade and getting the seventh book of Diary of a Wimpy Kid. When I returned to class, my teacher said I couldn't read it because it was at a higher reading level than mine. I told my mom, and she said to read it anyway. That is when I started reading Diary of a Kid, and books became a love of mine. These books are my favorite because they are fun, easy to read, and they have drawings. Thinking back on this, elementary school introduced me to some of my favorite books. When I went to middle school, I stopped reading because I never made time for it. I was always busy with school, and I could only read the books that I had at home because I went to a project based learning school next to Leva called Bulldog Tech. It was a small school, so they didn't have a library. I could have gone to the library at Leva, but I never liked going there unless I needed to, like for PE, because it was a bigger school and sometimes people would just start fighting. It wasn't until junior year of high school that I started reading again. My English teacher at the time made me get a library card, and that's when I found a wonderful place filled with books. The first day I got my library card, I checked out a book and would go there a lot to get more books to read. But when I started working, I bought a lot of books, and my mom told me to stop because we had no more room. I decided to read the ones that I had before I buy more or go to the library. Now that I'm older, I like reading. I would like to read more than I do, but it's hard because sometimes I'm busy with school or play games instead. I mostly read at school when I finish my work, but sometimes I fall asleep. On the weekends, I try to read for a while right when I wake up, before I start playing games. On Christmas, my godmother gave me three of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid books, and I decided to start collecting them all. In 2023, I finished collecting all 18 of them. Some I bought and some were given. There is also a new book coming out in October that I plan to buy. Other book series that I have are Ever After High, Harry Potter, Spirit Animals, and The Babysitter's Club. Two book series that I would like are Dork Diaries and Babysitter's Little Sister. I first read some of these books in elementary school, and they are now my favorite books. The Ever After High, Harry Potter, and Spirit Animal books are fantasy. So when you're reading, it takes you to a different world where anything can happen. Dork Diaries is like Diary of a Wimpy Kid, but with a girl main character and more drama. I also have a book series called Heartstopper that I read after watching the first season of the show on Netflix. I want to read all the Shadowhunter books by Cassandra Clare because they made a show about these books called Shadowhunters, and it is one of my favorite shows. I would like to read the books because they are usually better than the show. If I like the books, I will buy them from my personal library. I also have other books that aren't part of a series, also called standalone books. Among the Red Stars and Date Me Bryson Keller were books that I got from the Dollar Tree on two separate occasions. My sister gave me a comic book called Constantine that she bought because it was on sale. Books that I have gotten from school, book fair, are Dolphin Summer, Dolphin Dream, and Beauty and the Beast. Every time I go to Target, I look at the book section, especially when they are on sale. Two different times I bought Imogen, obviously, and Red, White, and Royal Blue. My love for books keeps growing every day. No matter how busy I get, I will always make time to read. Books are my life, forever and always. For the Warrior Times, this is Jessica Brazil.